Welcome to Bronze Medal Moms, the podcast where we aren't going for gold, we're going for bronze on the daily. I'm Amy.
And I'm Amanda, and we are here to remind you that you don't have to be perfect to show up, survive, and even thrive in motherhood.
Welcome back, Bronze Medal Moms. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like we haven't seen each other in so long since we recorded our summer travel with Heather that dropped last week.
I know, y'all. I'm sure people realize this. We record stuff in advance because there are things that happen. You can hear I still have like a raspy voice. You know, kids are
Right.
in Maycember. I keep saying Mayvember, but it's Maycember.
Yep.
So we're all like stressing out with end of school stuff. So we record in advance. So Amy and I haven't seen each other for a couple weeks.
Yeah, it has been a couple weeks. And
So
right
sad.
now, our listeners can't see it, but if our Instagram followers watch or our YouTube followers watch, I'm sitting in my office. My hair is completely frizzy and gross because of Texas humidity is like here, or Houston humidity. But I'm also, because it's hot and gross outside, but I'm also freezing. I have an UGG blanket around me because my office air conditioning is way too cold.
Yeah. No, Amy came on and was like, check out my humidity hair. And I was like, check out mine.
I don't know
Nobody's
why.
doing their hair. It's not worth it. Like, don't even
It's not worth
try.
it. I don't know why it surprises me every summer. Like,
Yeah.
and you're a Texan. I'm not, but I've been here since 2007. So
Also,
almost
I'm a
20
Dallas Texan. That's not
Oh,
as humid
that's true.
as. I mean, Austin is getting humid, but I was born and raised in Dallas, Plano to
Oh,
be
that's
exact.
totally different. Dallas
And
is like
it
a
was
whole.
not that humid.
Yeah, no, Dallas, for people who aren't familiar with Texas, Dallas is 4 hours away from us. And I
Yeah.
can remember when we first moved here, we were in the pool one spring and Dallas had snow flurries. We were
All
like,
right.
that's weird. Texas is really big.
Texas is really big, but it's true. So, like, Austin now is starting to get more humidity, like Houston,
It's creepy.
but which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all gotta watch our skin and our hair.
Houston is like living in a swamp. And no matter what anybody says, like your hair, it's great for your skin. Like I never have dry skin anymore. It's great.
No, never.
But like the hair never gets used to the humidity.
Uh-uh.
Never.
And you can feel it getting bigger. I love when
Yes.
you step outside, you can just feel it getting
Yeah.
bigger the
Yeah.
whole time that you're like, screw it, I'm out.
Well, that's why, and most of the time when I do like a story or our listeners see me on Instagram, I always have my hair up in a clip because I don't even dry my hair anymore. Like
No.
it's a waste. Like don't straighten it, don't round brush it. It doesn't even matter. But
No, if I do, it's because I'm going out for like a 1 hour event that it's
Right.
gonna look good and I have to like stay in the car and then go right inside.
right. Well,
All right, so today's episode is really fun, but it's also very real. We're heading into summer, like we're saying, wrapping up this stretch, and we thought let's actually talk about what this season is like for moms. as moms.
yes. So let's talk about what we're taking into summer, what we're absolutely leaving behind, and also how we're gonna like survive it, but like practically, because
Right.
mindset is great, but we still have to make it through the actual day.
There are still little humans that are depending on us.
Yeah.
To have attitudes and
Yeah.
opinions.
Right. So the first thing is like summer expectations. Like, can we start with the biggest lie we tell ourselves? And I do this every single summer. I don't know why, but
Mhm.
like right now, I think that this summer is just going to be magical.
Yes, and suddenly we're going to become like these Pinterest moms with the bucket list,
Yeah.
the theme days, the homemade popsicles, all of it, and the kids are just getting along great.
Yes, I do this every year. Meanwhile, in real life, like summer happens, it's 100 degrees, someone's crying, someone else is bored, and I'm in the kitchen again wondering how they still need more food.
And Googling, even though my kids have devices all year long, in the summertime, I'm Googling how much screen time is acceptable because you're about to find out it's a lot more than you thought.
Way more. Way more. And honestly, though, okay, that's the first thing we're leaving behind this summer. Okay,
Right.
moms? We're leaving behind the idea that summer break has to look a certain way.
We're not putting on a performance this summer.
Yes.
Like we're trying to make it look good instead of actually living in it. We're going to live in our summer.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So let's get into it. Like, what are we actually not going to bring with us into this summer?
First one, guilt. Like,
good one.
this is the first one for me because guilt about not doing enough,
Mm-hmm.
not planning enough, not being the fun mom all the time. Like, that's gone.
Yeah. Oh man. And I found myself, so last summer, I was like, we're going to have a 1980s summer because I did not sign Adelaide up for a lot of camps last summer.
Right.
She had a lot of free time. I was like, 1980s summer, I am here for it. We're going to have pool days and we're going to go get ice cream and we're going to do stuff at home. And then, a couple weeks in where she's had like a solid week of just bed rotting and,
Yeah.
then
That's what happens. They just stay in their room.
yeah, they do. I felt guilty about screen time. I felt guilty about not having healthy snacks 24/7. I felt guilty about not doing enough like planned fun activities. So like I'm done with that guilt this summer.
No, definitely. You can't put that kind of pressure on yourself. And the truth is, if you've been listening to our podcast, you know this. Most of the time, the less you plan, the better the memory.
Oh, so you're right. It's so true.
The kids have a lot more fun when it's all kind of like, what do you want to do today?
Right.
So another one I'm leaving is overcommitting because I do this one every year. Like, why do I always think, like when the kids are leaving summer, they're like, oh, I'm going to miss my friends. I'm like, don't worry. We're going to have play dates with all of them. Like, no, that's not possible.
Right. The problem is they just have too many friends.
Or more likely, I have too many kids.
That is true. You are managing 3 different social groups. I only have to manage one.
It's impossible for me to let all 3 kids have happy play dates all summer long with all their friends. Like, that is just not even doable.
Yeah.
So why am I putting that in my brain?
I love that. Well, I did sign Adelaide up for a lot more camps this summer because January Amy was signing up for everything. We'll see what June Amy feels like. June Amy may be like, absolutely not. But for now, we have more camps this summer than last summer.
Yeah, I will say we do like about the same amount of camps because I've never, I've got how old's Rue? 12, 11?
Mm-hmm.
I've never been on the ball with camps.
Yeah.
And like people that sign up for camps in January. I've always been the April, May, like, who's doing what camp?
Yeah. Well, it does baffle me that we have to sign up in January because stuff gets full because my brain is not thinking summer.
No.
So I get
No
it.
one's brain is.
Yeah, I get it. But I did leave lots of free weeks. She's not in a camp every single week because I do want her to have a 1980s summer for some weeks where she doesn't have to do anything. She can sleep in. She can stay in bed all day. She can hang out in the neighborhood. Like, there are some. So I'm leaving behind like a totally packed calendar, I guess.
I will say, and is this a blessing or a curse? Because you've got a pool, a really nice pool.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a blessing because it's always there, or is it a curse because it's always there and it's not like exciting to do for the day?
Well, it's kind of both. It's a blessing because then all the like friends want to come to our house, all the neighbors.
That's true.
Right. So we're the
friend
gathering
house.
place. Right. But it's a curse in Texas because, guys, if you don't live here, you don't understand that sometimes in the summer in Texas, it is too hot to be in your swimming pool.
Oh, yeah. It's dangerous.
I know people are like, what? And my pool has no shade. It's in the middle of the backyard, zero shade. There are times, and it's, pools nowadays don't have like a diving board and a big deep end. They're pretty shallow.
Yeah.
Which means the water heats up quickly. So it feels like a bathtub full of sweat water by like the end of June.
What a fun summer memory.
It's like we're swimming in someone's warm sweat. But so during the day, a lot of times the kids don't want to be in the pool. Now, it makes nighttime swims great.
I do love a good night swim.
Yeah.
I love a night swim. We always do those whenever we take our little family trips. We always do a place with a pool.
Yeah.
Every time I'll make them like take a nap during the day. I'm like, no, we're going night swimming. It's going to be so great.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing I'm leaving behind this summer that I have fallen victim to is comparison. Like,
yes,
I'm getting rid of that one.
No, because everyone's posting trips and camps and these perfect little days, and you're sitting there thinking, am I doing this wrong?
Yeah. Well, and
Like-
we don't take a summer vacation. We take our vacation in September, but every year I compare and then feel guilty that we don't have a fun summer vacation because I'm seeing all my friends on social media have these great family trips where they rent a big house but in reality, I'm not seeing like the meltdowns and the stress and the chaos that happened before that picture was taken. So letting go of the comparison.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Okay, I have another one, and this one's kind of sneaky. Like that pressure to make things magical, like you said.
Yeah.
Like that pressure to make it magical. That I'm leaving that.
That's a good one. Because some days we have to remember magical is literally just your kids didn't fight and everyone ate something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not failure. That's success.
Right. And like literally you don't have to have a planned activity every day, and you don't have to have like a Pinterest worthy snack with a theme every day this summer. Or
I don't know if I've mentioned this on here, but I've told several friends. Towards the end of the school year, we're letting Roger make his own lunch, and then we have to check it. And because Rue does her own lunch, and she's trustworthy and makes a good, decently healthy lunch, but we have to check it. And first day, he packed a bubble water and 3 large marshmallows. So in Roger's brain, that's what he can survive on this summer. It's bubble water and 3 large marshmallows.
At least he didn't grab one of mom and dad's like cut waters. Have you seen those on Instagram where the kid like they put like a Truly in their lunch because they think they don't know it's alcohol.
He's just getting schnockered at school. Yeah. It's great.
Okay, so if we're leaving all of that stuff behind,
that's gone.
Bronze medal moms, listen, guys, we're letting go of all of it. But what are we actually bringing with us this summer?
All right, well, kind of on the same realm, like lower the bar, lower expectations, but in a good way. Like it's not giving up. It's just being realistic to what's possible.
Yeah, I love that. Like we lower the bar intentionally. Everything starts then to feel like a win instead of a failure, which is, what we talked about, leaving all those things behind.
Right. And the kids like it when you lower the bar. It's more fun.
Yeah. They didn't know the bar was set high.
They have no idea the bar we've set for ourselves.
No, they don't. We are our own worst enemy, moms. Like we set the bar way too high.
They're like, no, we did this today. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, for an example is, and I'm going off script here, I know, but like sometimes I think for a pool day, I need to have fun floats and fun drinks and
you do love a good theme party.
I do love a theme, but Adelaide literally just wants her friends to come over and they don't even care. Like if I have towels, you know what I mean? Like
no,
they don't care.
No, we went to on Sunday, we went to church and then we came home, did some laundry, went to Half Price Books and the Goodwill next door. And then we hung out. We played in the cul-de-sac and went to bed. And Rue was like, "This was such a great day."
Yeah, and you're like, did nothing for that.
This was such a weird, lame day.
Yeah, right. So okay, I love it. We're lowering the bar, moms.
All right. So another one, being flexible. Like schedules are off, routines are messy, like everything is off, and like instead of fighting and thinking like I need to still be on this schedule. We're just going to roll with it. It's going to be fine.
I love that because, listen, trying to fight all of that in summer, it never works.
One thing, don't fight. Like, give up on the bedtime.
Oh, I was just going to say the same thing, Amanda. Like,
yeah.
And I'm sure there are parents out there that are like, Amy and Amanda have lost their minds. But I do give up on a bedtime. I mean, I think I said in a previous episode, Steve and I pat ourselves on the back on parenting on several things. Bedtime has never been one of them, ever. And even now, I mean, Adelaide's 12. This started when she was 8 or 9, when most parents put their kids to bed still. But even at 8 or 9, I'd be like, Mom's going to bed. I don't care what you do in your room or how late you stay up. Like, she's never had a bedtime. My rule was the second you don't get up in the morning, like the second you're grumpy or I can't get you out of bed, then we have to get strict. But anyway.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that was my rule. I don't care what time you go to bed, but just
wake up happy.
The second you're a grump or I can't get you out of bed, then things have to change. And luckily, knock on wood, we haven't had to do that. But Summer, I don't care if she stays up till 3 a.m. I really don't. And I don't care if she sleeps until 3 p.m. I really don't. It's Summer.
I'll say I have this girlfriend. Her youngest is Rue's age. She's 12 and goes to school through. And then they have an older one. I want to say he's 15 or 16. I'm not sure. She's listening to this. I'm sure she's going to be like, he's this age. But she said it's the greatest thing because her kids tuck in the parents for bed.
Yes, that is.
And she's like, they tuck us in every night at 9. And we're like, see ya.
I am solidly in the Adelaide tucks us in phase. 100%.
She's like, they have a great time.
Yeah.
She's like, and I trust them. And again, it's like, don't be a jerk in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're fine.
I trust her too. And Adelaide has a phone. I don't want to get too far off topic, but Adelaide got a phone when she was 8. We have a whole podcast episode on technology and why I did that if you want to go listen to it. But because a phone has never been a big deal in our family, guess what? She's not addicted to it. It's not a thing that I have to ever. So when I tell her, I'm like, hey, mom's going to bed. Put your phone in the kitchen. She's like, okay. Or she'll be like, I don't even know where my phone is. I'm like, even better. Like, don't.
I love when my daughter doesn't know where her phone is.
Yeah. Yeah. But
like,
so it's
success.
It's really easy at bedtime. So anyway, but yeah, so I do don't fight the summer schedule. And maybe in a later episode, we can talk about whether or not you try to get your kid back.
Tune in for our coffee talks to hear how that's going for us.
That's right. That's right. So, okay, here's one that I'm taking into summer that I think probably matters the most. And it will happen naturally, I think, if we follow all these other things we've said, but presence over perfection.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like all these things we continuously say, and we will continuously say because we want to remind people, but you don't have to create these big magical moments. You just have to be in the moment for the normal ones.
Yes.
Like I will say, one thing I've started doing that has made such a huge difference, and it's so simple, and y'all probably judge me if you think like, why weren't you doing that before? But if I'm watching a show or I'm on my phone or something like that, when the kid comes in and is like the older kids, the younger one, he comes in every 30 seconds. But the older kids, when they're like, hey, mom, I pause the show or I put down the phone and make eye contact because I want them to know that they are important to I am paying attention to them. I am not distracted by something. Now, they come in 5 times in a row. And I'm like, dude, stop.
Right.
But
that's a good one.
I do make a point to make eye contact and listen to them, even just so they know that I am present for them.
That's a good one and something I need to do better at. Adelaide often will tell me oh, mom, you're not even listening to me and I'm on my phone. But then I'm like, well, you didn't start talking to me until I picked up my phone and started texting somebody or started answering an email. I've been sitting here for an hour without my phone and you haven't said 2 words to me.
I love what they do when you're in the middle of a voice text and you're like, I can't redo this.
Yeah. But you're right. So presence over perfection. Be in those normal, mundane, everyday, because that's what like you said, that's what the kids remember anyway.
Right. I totally agree. And boundaries. We're taking boundaries into this summer.
Yes. No is a full sentences. Remember that. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to justify it. We're just not doing things we don't want to do, and we can just say no.
And like we said, the no applies to adults and kids. It's okay for your kid to be bored. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
Honestly, the biggest one, just let it be enough. Yeah, let it
just
be. Just
no.
Yeah.
So whatever summer looks like, busy, slow, traveling, staying at home, it all counts.
Yes. Okay, but let's be real for a second. Mindset is great. Right?
That's what we plan on doing.
Yeah. And we already went through all these rules. We don't have to put out a Pinterest-worthy buffet every day, all the things. But in reality, we still need some practical tips because these kids are home all day and they are eating nonstop.
They eat all the time.
Nonstop.
I don't understand how it's physically possible. My kids never eat breakfast during the school year. And over the summer, it's like they expect a cruise ship breakfast buffet.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Can we also, well, maybe we'll get into it here. Actually, I don't think we're talking breakfast specifically, but also when we talked about lowering expectations and dropping the rules, do that for meals too. Like,
Yeah.
moms that are listening, my daughter, it popped up on my Facebook memories the other day. She was 3 and she was eating leftover salmon for breakfast. So
I specifically remember that. And I remember
Right.
being jealous of your good
Yeah.
eater.
Well, she's always been a protein junkie. She's my carnivore. But I mean, and also most of that is better. Like a slice of pizza is healthier for breakfast than most breakfast foods. Like,
Then those breakfast cereals. Yeah.
yeah, but like seriously, like drop the rules. If they want pancakes for lunch and salmon for breakfast, let them have it. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
So,
Totally fine.
okay. So snack hacks for
I love a good snack hack because
Little
they do.
snack hack.
They what is that called? They what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Yeah, they graze. They graze all day.
Oh yeah, they do graze all day. And I have found, and I think I discovered this a couple summers ago, no matter what I'm serving her, if I put it on a charcuterie board and all I do is I take a big plate and teeny tiny little like finger bowls and put the crap in those and I give it to like her and her friends when they're out by the pool,
If it looks pretty.
they think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And it's the same crap I'd put on a paper plate. I just put it in little individual bowls instead. Like it's not any different food that we have in the pantry. You
It
know,
just looks fancy.
they love it. They ask me all the time, her and her friends, Miss Amy, can you make us one of those snacky boards? So anyway, but here's a good snack hack.
Miss Amy, can you use all the dishes you have so you have to wash them later? That'd be great.
Yeah, right. Here's a good snack hack, especially in the summer: frozen sour grapes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I've never tried this, but I was talking to a friend and she's tried it. She's like, no, they're awesome.
They're awesome. They feel fancy, but it's so easy. So moms, write this down. You literally take your grapes, you wet them so they're wet, like in water. You coat them in Jell-O powder. So like put some Jell-O powder in a bowl. Now, you know, here it comes Gut Health Amy, not sugar-free Jell-O. We don't like sugar-free. It's full of chemicals, full regular Jell-O. Coat the grapes, put them on a cooking sheet on parchment paper and freeze them. And
Yeah.
then once they're frozen, you can put them in a baggie and keep it in a baggie. And suddenly your kids think you did something super cool and impressive.
Yeah. And meanwhile, you're like, I rolled fruit in powder. Let's relax.
Well, I tell you the other thing I'm doing this summer, because my daughter, I don't know if any other teen moms out there, your kids are obsessed with True Fruit.
We just discovered this. She's losing her mind over it.
See, it's literally frozen.
Thanks, Target.
fruit. Yeah, it's frozen fruit and chocolate, but it's between $7 and $8 a bag. And there's, I don't know, like 8 strawberries in a bag. So Adelaide can eat a whole bag in like 5 minutes.
100%. Yeah. Drew did it the other day.
Yeah, way too expensive to keep that up over the summer. So I'm gonna then do strawberries and chocolate and freeze them and make my own True Fruit this summer. And listen,
Which I bet would be healthier because I looked at the back of one of those labels and it was like 0 calcium, 0 vitamin D. I was like, this really doesn't have anything.
yeah, no. But and like you know, and like many of our listeners know, I am not that mom. I am much more likely to buy True Fruit than to make my own anything. But I can't keep it up. It's too expensive. So
It's so expensive. And like you said, it would be one thing if it was expensive and it lasted at least twice.
yeah.
But they eat it in one thing.
Yeah. Here's another tip for the moms out there. Because kids tend to eat more sugar in the summer just because it's summer break, especially popsicles, right? All the things. Make sure if they're eating sugar, you immediately give them protein. It's going to help stabilize their blood sugar so you don't have those crashes and they don't like get, you know, the sugar crazies that
that's when everything starts to spiral, energy, mood, all of it. Like hormones go crazy. It's when that sugar is off balance.
Yeah. So I have a super, super easy like protein dip. It's literally peanut butter and cream cheese.
That sounds disgusting.
That's it. Now what you can do, it sounds disgusting. No,
it's peanut butter and cream cheese? What?
Yes. So you soften it. Now the other thing you can do, and peanut butter is not a good source of protein, but it's not terrible for kids. You also can put a scoop of protein powder in cream cheese and mix it up, or Greek yogurt, or whatever.
Ding, ding. I would do that.
Okay, you can do that, but then you can dip anything in it. You can dip apples, you can dip other fruit, you can dip pretzels in it, and kids love to dip typically. Usually
They
kids,
do. And a chocolate cream cheese would be really good. But okay, seriously, peanut butter and cream cheese, explain more.
it makes it more like, have you ever had like a whipped fluffy peanut butter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like that. Yeah.
So you would eat it with like veggies, like with a celery stick?
You could celery.
Pretzels?
Yeah. Celery, pretzels, apples. Yeah.
I would never look at a jar of protein and look at a thing of cream cheese and be like, I should blend these. It'd be great. Like, no, it's
But
disgusting.
I do love putting scoops of protein powder in different things for Adelaide, so she's getting that extra protein when she does.
I keep like a chocolate protein powder and a vanilla protein powder in our pantry at all times. Like protein balls are also huge in our family. The
Yes.
chocolate protein with oats and peanut butter,
Yeah.
that is always a hit and always on there. But yeah, you can just dump a little thing of protein in there for a little hit.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And you can still put like chocolate chips and coconut. Like you can still, dessert it up, I guess, with other things. So yeah, I love it. And then the other thing for not only just road trips, but I use it just all the time, is one of those snackle boxes, like that snack tackle box thing.
Or your caboodles from 1980.
Yeah. Whatever is a container with lots of compartments.
The
Adelaide,
caboodles are so great and they're colorful.
they are colorful. They are. I do love a caboodle. But
Yeah, but anything with little compartments and you just carry it, it's got all the little things. It goes back. Yeah, kids really like that. They like
do.
the little bowls, little things.
They do. They do. Way, way more enticing than just like a bag of something or putting it all on a plate.
Yeah, maybe that's the key to a healthy summer is just put it all in little bowls.
It's true. It is true. I use, those little Fiesta bowls. They're usually like black or red. And they're like for
You put like salsa in.
Yeah. That's what I use. I have like a stack of them, and I'll put 4 of them on a plate.
Oh, I have a few of those that I've accidentally stolen from a restaurant when I accidentally and by serious accident, I'm just putting this stuff all in the to-go box, and I just grab that salsa, put it in there, and get home and like, well, I stole again.
Well, now you can make your own summer kids charcuterie.
Right, because I have a collection.
Kids, if you're listening, do not steal from restaurants.
Don't steal from restaurants. Don't be like Miss Amanda. All right, so let's talk travel for a second, because we just, got off of our awesome call with Heather.
Yes.
But summer trips can be amazing, and they can be chaotic. Like,
yeah, I don't think there's any in between.
It's kind of both.
Yeah. So one hack that I know a ton of parents love is Ziploc packing. Like put one outfit per bag per kid.
Yes, and we always did this growing up, that it was like, and we put the day on them.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is your Wednesday outfit. Like, even if you expect it to be hot and it's raining, you're wearing your Wednesday outfit. Sorry, sucker.
That's it. Yeah. Kids will learn like a lesson real fast with the Texas heat.
Yeah, you got to layer it up.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Come prepared.
Those are great ideas.
You might need a sweater. You might need a swimsuit. Who knows?
Yep. And activity bags for road trips, and then like switch them out so they don't get bored.
Yeah. Y'all do long road trips. I'm not a road trip person.
Well, it's funny you say that. I would not classify myself a road trip person either. I'd much rather fly.
We used to do road trips all the time growing up before both my parents went back my mom went back to work for the airlines. My parents both the airlines before they had kids, but then my mom went back, so we had all those benefits. But before that, we drove everywhere.
Oh, growing up, I did not take my first plane ride until I was a junior in high school, and we took a class trip to Spain. Like, we drove everywhere as a family.
Yeah, I feel like that was just part of it.
Yeah. So I do love to be very prepared on the road trips, and those activity bags are great, especially for littles. Now that Adelaide's older and she's 12, she really just needs a book, and like she's kind of even out of the iPad phase. Like she's not even really big on when we fly or drive, like watching a movie or anything. But
Ruth's still big into drawing. Like, it's not coloring like a coloring book, but she's got her like charcoal pencils out there. She's a really good artist too. So she creates some beautiful stuff back there. But that's her thing, is drawing.
Well, so also, and we talked about this on our travel episode with our travel agent friend Heather. And if you didn't listen, go back and give that one a listen. But don't skip the emergency bag, no matter how old your kids are, because I fell into this trap. When Adelaide was a toddler and little, I always had like snacks and wipes and extra clothes and all the things in case something were to happen, right? Then as she got older and she was packing her own backpack and stuff, I quit doing that, and that's a mistake. Listen, teenagers are going to spill stuff on their shirts and need an extra change of clothes on the airplane, just like a toddler.
Just like an adult.
Even adults. Like I, for a long time, didn't have, once Adelaide, we were like out of the diaper phase. I didn't have wipes everywhere all of a sudden.
No, you always need wipes.
Yes.
All the time. Like it should be mandatory.
It should be. I was in my car by myself or something. And I was like, where are the wipes? So now I always have wipes. So yeah.
Should always have wipes. I will say so I have a permanent car emergency bag with the 3 kids. And just because like, it's always me taking the 3 kids around. Like,
Yeah.
and I like it that way. Like we're always on the road. We're always doing something, whether it's just around town or whatever. So I always have an emergency bag, but what it has like grown into, it's got a can of Pringles if anyone gets hungry, so they can all just split a can.
Yeah.
Pull up for Raleigh, a change of toddler clothes for Raleigh, maxi pads for Rue, deodorant for Roger, and I'm just blending all the ranges of season of life into one little emergency bag.
I love it. All the life stages are right in that one bag. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Anyway, it was funny. I was telling another mom that she was like, "Do you mind if I ask? Do you have this in your car?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go get it right now. It's right there."
It's brilliant. I love it. Okay, now we need to address the one thing that's going to drive every parent crazy this summer, and that is the I'm bored.
Yeah, because it's coming a lot. It's like their favorite catchphrase.
Yeah. Well, and here's what I did a couple summers ago. I made ahead of time an I'm bored list.
I like that.
Yeah. And I put it on the fridge. And anytime she would say, I'm bored, I literally would just point to the refrigerator, point to the list.
Pick something.
Yep.
No conversation, no negotiation. Just go pick something off the board and do it.
Yep. Or just be bored. Like that was my thing. Like either if you're bored, here are all these options. If you don't want to do any of those, then I can't help you.
I really feel like somebody could just knit I'm bored on a pillow and put it in a kid's room.
They totally.
Like, I'm bored.
Well, and especially because you're right, kids are used to constant interaction, especially because I think we've raised a bunch of kids whose parents were all helicopter parents versus like in the 80s, my mom didn't see me for 8 to 10 hours during the summer.
No.
You know, I only had to check in and be like, I'm at a friend's house, but like friends' parents fed me. We played in creeks. Like it's just, they're so used to constantly being engaged that if they.
I will say we just started. So we live on a cul-de-sac. I love a good cul-de-sac. And we just started letting the kids go play in the cul-de-sac on their own, like us not out there. And the mom guilt that I had from doing that, like I'm not gonna let Raleigh play by himself. Like, but if all 3 of them are out there, they're fine.
Yeah.
And the mom guilt I had, I went to each neighbor and was like, hey, just so you know, we're giving them some more independence. I know they're outside. That I was like, why am I defending? Like, they're just being kids. And like our cul-de-sac's awesome. Like we've got one person has like the digging area in their yard. Another person has a basketball in their yard. Another person's got a tetherball in their yard. Like everyone's got something to do. But it makes perfect sense that they're just fine out there.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that's great, and I know you do this, Amanda, I don't do it anymore. I think I did it one summer and then we quit, but reading challenges. Like
I love a good reading challenge.
Yeah. It gives kids something to work toward without you having to constantly entertain them. So,
and I have changed it up. So in the beginning, and I always do a prize. My kids are very prize oriented. Like you got to figure out what your kid is. Like maybe it's food, maybe it's a toy, whatever. My kids love a good prize. So they got to pick the prize, and it could be, you know, within a reason, any amount. But then based on that prize, I got to decide what they had to do. So like if it's a more expensive prize, it's going to be harder. And like in the beginning, we would just check off, and it was when they were just starting to read, like, did you read a book? Check. Like you've got to read 25 books and then you get this prize. As they get older, now Ruse is pages. So it can't be a picture book, but it's like you've got to read it like the time. Usually like 2,000 pages over the summer. So it could be on any book. It could be 2,100 page books. It could be, 40, 50 page books, whatever it is. But she's got to read that amount of pages, and she checks them off on the fridge, put them on the fridge. And yeah. And Roger's really into the Who Was series right now.
Yeah.
And so he's reading those like crazy. So we're going to do Who Was books for him.
Yeah.
Because he'll just read those all day long.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So we're not doing complicated activities this summer.
Right. And real quick, because we're almost here at the end of the episode, but we got to talk about moms for a second, because summer is exhausting.
Oh, yes.
And I guess parents. I mean, we are a Bronze Medal Mom podcast, but we love all parents. So
yeah, it really is. There's no break. And a lot of us are still working.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. We don't get summer break.
Just because your kids are home.
Yeah. Parents are still working, whether they're working outside of the home or they're working at home.
Right.
It is hard for me over the summer to adjust my work from home schedule with her being here. I will say that.
Right. Because even like you work from home. So, and even when I work from home at the computer, like you do, you have a little, someone's crawling in your lap. Someone's asking you for a popsicle. Someone's asking just telling you random facts.
Yeah.
I'll say, and then y'all know, I also work up at my kid's school. And really, that's not bad. The kids will hang up out at school. There's always a teacher or somebody needs help moving the room around. That's fine. I'll just take them up there with me. They're great.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is no breaks for mom. We need help with the energy.
Well, and this is where I really lean into my clean energy drink. I know you and I take the same one. We're happy to put the, what that is in our show notes, but I need the extra energy to keep up with everything. And I do love a good vodka cocktail every now and then, but I want to feel like I have my life together. So I do a lot of mocktails in the summer.
Oh, I do love a good mocktail.
Yeah. Put it over ice, put it in a fancy glass. But just to keep my energy up, because I don't want to be like living on caffeine or junk all summer.
My favorite mocktail is a hydration drink that you and I both take. That it's a lemon lime flavor, and you don't put anything else in it. I just drink that, but I put salt around the rim.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's heaven. It is heaven.
Well, and I know we talked about this on another episode, and maybe we'll add this for season 2, but one of my biggest health tips for all the moms out there, I know that we're all living, except Amanda, because she doesn't drink coffee. She's never had coffee.
True. Never had coffee in my life.
Most of the rest of us are running to the coffee pot the second our feet hit the floor in the morning. If you will stop doing that and you delay coffee by 2 hours after waking up, and instead you have electrolytes, I promise you it will change your energy throughout the day and your sleep. That is like such a big health hack. But anyway.
That's true. And that's an easy one. It is hard because people are creatures of habit, but once you do it, you'll notice a difference.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But okay, even like for moms, you too, it's still your summer, even though you still have to work. So like you can sleep in maybe. You can have a nap. You can actually have a popsicle too. Like it's your summer too, right?
Right. Take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you're allowing time for yourself. But we'll survive. We're all making it together.
Okay.
All right. So no complicated activities this summer. We're going to go, or no Pinterest. We're doing easy wins.
Yep. Squirt gun games, knocking things over, like squirting the bricks on the house with a hose, anything that is simple and burdens energy.
Water painting is another one of my favorites.
Oh.
Water painting, you brushes on the driveway or on the fence, or we used to love chalk on the fence.
That's a good one. I love those.
I'm sure my neighbors love chalk on the fence too, but you're welcome.
But it comes off easily. And water balloons are always a hit. I know kids love them.
Always hit.
I do hate the mess. So like we always have a rule, like only in the driveway or somewhere where it's easier to clean up than like the grass or something. So
yes,
but you're right.
Or, don't underestimate the power of a hose.
That's true. Yeah. Or
hose out there,
an old fashioned sprinkler.
Yeah. Do you know what we did once? This is so funny. This just reminded me. So we don't have a pool. We don't have a sprinkler system. But this was during COVID. Oh my gosh, this is so white trash. It was amazing. I found like an old sprinkler, that goes all the way, like a big rainbow sprinkler. But my kids were like running in it and they got kind of tired of that. And I was like, I want like a waterfall for them. So I hooked it up to the side of the fence. So it like sprayed out on the fence. They thought it was great. And they danced under the waterfall and thought it was so fun. And all I did was put a sprinkler over a fence.
Yeah, see? So anything outside that doesn't require a ton of setup, like it's a win.
No, totally. And they loved it. They still talk about that. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it was totally just me throwing something over a fence.
I love it. Well, moms, at the end of the day, summer 26 is here and we are not chasing a perfect summer anymore.
We're just living in one that we actually have.
Yeah. It could be messy, loud, chaotic, but it's still going to be meaningful.
100%.
So if you take anything from this episode,
lower the bar. We have it on a t-shirt. Lower the bar.
Oh, am I wearing? Oh no, I'm wearing a Bronze Medal Mom t-shirt. It does not stay lower the bar, but yes, lower the bar. Feed them snacks.
Just keep them alive.
Yes, and remember, bronze still gets you a place on the podium. However, Bronze Medal Moms and all of our listeners, before we go, we have a little summer update for you.
Yay!
I know, I'm very excited, but there is only one episode left after this one, which is our coffee talk next week.
Love it.
And then that will officially wrap up season 1 of Bronze Medal Moms, which honestly still feels a little wild to say. Like, who let us do this for an entire season?
Agreed. But don't worry. So we're not going anywhere. We're just shifting into summer mode. So for June, July, and August, we'll be dropping every month our coffee talk episodes, new coffee talk episodes, real life, unfiltered, still slightly chaotic, but basically exactly what you would expect from us.
Yes, and maybe we'll contradict everything we just told you in this episode. We'll see how it's going.
I can't wait. Everyone's going to be like, that bedtime thing sucks.
They're going to be like, oh, no, they're not doing any of that stuff. They're crying in their closet. Okay, but here's your summer homework, Bronze Medal Moms, and don't worry, it's super simple. Over the summer, we want you to use the time to go back and catch up on all of our great episodes in season 1 because we put them out weekly, so there's a lot. So even if you've been here since day 1 or you just found us last week, there are so many great conversations and amazing guests that you do not want to miss.
And we'll be back in September with season 2, new episodes, new guests, and a whole lot more Bronze Medal Mom energy.
Yay! And listen, I have got to say it again. You have to wait until at the end of this episode, there's like 4 seconds of our 2 daughters saying thanks for listening. After that, they're so cute. After that, though, is the full Bronze Medal Mom song, Rocking Like a... What is it? Momming Like a Rock Star.
Momming Like a Rock Star.
By Jake Howe, right?
Jake Lowe.
Jake Lowe. Sorry, Jake Lowe. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Jake. You have to listen to it. It is it's so good. I love it.
I have it in my head all the time.
Yes. It's
all the time.
It's got the best beat, the greatest lyrics. So please listen to that at the end of the episode.
The lyrics are so cute. Like they'll make you sing and dance and you're like, oh, that is me.
Exactly. It's all of us moms. So make sure to listen to it. And then join the Bronze Medal Mom movement over on our website, bronzemedalmom.com, because we are building a community of women who are done with perfection, but still showing up.
Amen.
Yes. And we're moving bigger than just the podcast. So make sure you subscribe to that email list. So when we do drop freebies, like maybe a guide to summer with all of those recipes on it that we talked about, you won't miss it.
Exactly. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, friends.
Thanks for listening to our moms on Bronze Medal Moms. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.
Hair up high, coffee in my hand, baby on my hip, still making a stand. Oh yeah. Burnt toast breakfast, cartoons way too loud, mascara smudge, but I'm still proud. Carpool chaos, homework on the floor, I'm tying tiny shoes like I'm heading on tour. Sometimes I'm raging in the minivan line. Sometimes I'm crying in the bathroom, fine, but I lace up my heart like leather and chrome. Every crazy day I bring it home. I'm momming like a rock star, doing dishes like a dive bar. Yeah, the crowd is three, but they scream for me. Whoa. I'm momming like a rock star, perfect mess in a big heart. Give it all I've got, even when I'm falling apart. I'm momming like a rock star. Laundry mountain staring me down, glitter in my hair like a rhinestone crown. Science fair meltdown, costumes all wrong, so we hot glue glory and we sing our song. Sometimes I'm praying at the kitchen sink, sometimes it's cereal and frozen drinks, but I show up on time for every small show. Every tiny win is all I wanna know. I'm momming like a rock star, doing dishes like a dive bar. Yeah, the crowd is three, but they scream for me. Whoa. I'm momming like a rock star, perfect mess in a big heart. Give it all I've got, even when I'm falling apart. I'm momming like a rock star. Raise your bottles, raise your bras. Every time, mama, you're a backstage star. We got split up stains, we got battle scars, but we tuck them in like we tune our guitars. Oh, we're momming like a rock star, doing dishes like a dive bar. Yeah, the crowd is three, but they scream for me. Scream for me. We're momming like a rock star, perfect mess in a big heart. Give it all we've got, even when we're falling apart. We're momming like a rock star. Hair up high, hands in the air, trying our best, yeah.